Hello everyone, it's Bulbs here, and this is week 4 of the 4th season of the Home Draft League. Our opponents this week are Paul and the Ohio Oshawotts. Now, firstly, before going into any of the team builder or my opponent's team, I am just going to give you a quick rundown of where the league standings are looking at the moment, because I'm actually pretty chuffed after last week, and let's just see what's going on there. So, as you can see here, we are sat in. I mean, granted, we've only played 3 games. You know, there's still 11 games left to play. Anything could happen, but I am sitting in the top half of the table, which is absolutely like if I finish top half the table, I'm really happy with how I've done this season. I've said it before. My team was ranked relatively low in the power rankings. I think that my last few seasons haven't been particularly great, and my team this season, I'm really enjoying it. It's a little bit on the memey side, so yeah, if I can. So what I'm saying is I'm not expecting to be up there like top 4, top 5. If I can get mid-table, that's my aim. I think like lower mid-table is probably a realistic expectation. I'm going to set my aims a little bit higher. I'm going to go for like a mid-table. Like if I can finish sort of 7th, 8th or above, I'm going to be really happy with that. So the fact that after 3 games played, I'm 4th in the table, with the caveat that the Anaheim Appletons haven't played yet, their 3rd game yet, and they could overtake me and with a win, and also the Michigan Miltanks have got 2 games to play, and if they win both of those, they could overtake me. But that'll still leave me top half. So I'm really happy with that. The Lucarios, you can see, my last week's opponent, are sitting just above me with a much better differential. At the end of the season, they're going to be way up there, and I'm probably not, so I'm not too fussed about that. My opponents for this week are the Ohio Oshawotts, who are sat with 3 losses after 3 games, but that means nothing in this league. Obviously, the Lucarios were sat with 2 wins after 2 matches last week, with a plus 12 differential, and we still managed to somehow come up against them. So yeah, the Oshawotts being on 0 wins so far means absolutely nothing to me. They still have every chance to win this game. They beat me last season in the league that I didn't. Sorry, in the season that I didn't put on YouTube. So I'm not saying it's like a grudge match or anything. I'm just saying this guy is definitely a capable battler. I think he made it to the final of last season. Actually, I think he was runner-up of season 3 after losing in the final. So yeah, expect him to bounce back and be back up there. Another thing I just want to point out is Houndoom, surprise mon of the season. That's what I'm saying. Sitting on 4 kills after 3 matches, not too bad for a Pokemon that's F tier, completely forgotten about and generally regarded as useless. So on that note, let's just go through the 2 teams for this week's battle. My team remains unchanged as of yet. We've got Dracovish, Excadrill, Hippowdon, Politoed, Volplume, Heliolisk, Houndoom, Ninetales, Skarmory, Blastoise, and the Mega Ordino. I might think about making trades at some point soon. However, the only real weakness in my draft, from my perspective, was the speed tiers. The speed tiers themselves are fine, but in terms of the spacing, obviously having my fastest mon at 109 is relatively low. But quite honestly, in the first 3 battles that I've played, that speed hasn't really affected my my play too much. Hasn't really been too much of a weakness. I can fix it with Sandveil, I can fix it with Choice Scarfs. Like, I don't know, unless my opponent's roster demands that I make changes, I'm probably going to stick with this team for a little bit longer. Running into my opponent's team here, you've got the Zeraora, Vaporeon, Typhlosion, Gliscor, Grimmsnarl, Mega Steelix, Orbeetle, Hitmonchan, Staraptor, Goodra, and the Rotom original form, the Ghost form. I can't remember where this team ranked in the power rankings, however, I would probably have it relatively low down. There's not too many threatening mons on there. He's got quite a good defensive core with like Gliscor, Mega Steelix, the Vaporeon, of course. But quite honestly, his team doesn't particularly threaten me too much. Now, that isn't to say that I'm not worried, because obviously I can lose any battle. It's me. But yeah, I'm feeling relatively confident about my chances in this battle. Looking at the types over here, obviously one of my main threats is Excadrill. I can see that he's got 3 Pokemon weak to it. I can also see that he's got 3 immunities. Now, one of them is obviously a Levitate immunity, which we could have used with Mold Breaker, but having Staraptor and especially the Gliscor kind of makes me not want to bring the Excadrill, especially the Gliscor, because we had so much trouble with Gligar last week, going straight from that into Gliscor is kind of concerning. So yeah, I'm not going to be bringing the Excadrill this week. However, if we look at this column here, Vaporeon is immune to water, obviously with the water absorbability, but we do have Typhlosion and the aforementioned Gliscor that's weak to water, along with Mega Steelix, which I should mention I don't think he's going to bring Mega Steelix. Obviously my main offensive threats, Dracovish, Excadrill, both absolutely tear Mega Steelix up. We've got Hippowdon, we've got Politoed, we've got the Rain, Blastoise. Like, there's too many threats on my team that just absolutely knock out the Mega Steelix, so I don't think he'll be bringing it. But obviously, as is Mega, it's a really good Pokemon. It's something to bear in mind anyway. So yeah, my opponent is very, very water weak, which I'm probably going to be abusing. You've got Dracovish here, obviously. He's got the Vaporeon, which we need to work around. The other water resistance is the Goodra, which Dracovish can also deal with Dragon Stab. On that note, I'm going to jump straight away into the team build for this video.
So, Bobs, take it away!
Right, Politoed is the worst fucking mod in the world. It does absolutely nothing. I'd rather have a Lapras. I'd rather have an Eviolite Poliwhirl. Goodbye.
Alright, Politoed is the worst fucking Pokemon in existence. It does absolutely nothing. I'd rather have a Lapras. I'd rather have an Eviolite Poliwhirl. Goodbye.
That is right. That is correct. This is the first Pokemon that I picked for this matchup. I almost didn't ever want to bring it. I almost wanted to draft it and then just never bring it because I hate this little guy. But, Shad, we're doing it. Luke has taken Politoed. We are bringing the rain. I'm kind of excited about this, actually. Obviously, I've brought the sand before. I'll probably bring the sun at some point. But this is the second of the three weathers that I'm going to be using in this draft, in this league, sorry. And yeah, we are going, we've got Toxic, Scald, Rest and Sleep Talk. This thing is obviously just there as a bit of a wall. You'll notice I've got Toxic on a few of my Pokemon because my main game plan is a little bit like with last week, chip down up until Excadrill can sweep. This time I'm going to chip down until Dracovish can sweep. The one thing that can really switch in on a Vicious Rend is the Vaporeon, so I've got the Toxic there for that. Scald is just there as general stab. You know, if you can get a burn on like the Zeraora or something, that might be quite nice. Rest and Sleep Talk just for a bit of longevity, also would be quite nice just to get some like Sleep Talk Toxics off or whatever. Yeah, the thing is really here just set the rain, but I think that it could function as a relatively decent physical wall as well. Following on from that, we've got the Choice Scarfed Dracovish Sid Vicious. Now, obviously, you'd normally see Choice Band Strongjaw. I've gone Choice Scarfed, obviously, just with a bit of speed boost, but if I can get the rain up, then Vicious Rend under the rain kind of acts as a Choice Banded Vicious Rend, if that makes sense, because you still get the 1.5 times power boost. The only moves I've really needed on this was Vicious Rend and then probably like Outrage or Dragon Rush to deal with the Goodra switch. Obviously, this only functions once Vaporeon is taken out, or at the very least Toxic. Something that really annoyed me, I did want to bring a substitute Salackberry Toxic set, get the subs up on the Vaporeon, get a Toxic up on it, wear it down, maybe get the speed boost from the Salackberry and sweep from there. However, obviously this thing is a Generation 8 Pokemon, so we don't get Toxic, which is really annoying. Really put a damper on that plan. But yeah, this thing is a bit of a wall breaker, a bit of a late game sweeper. Yeah, Vicious Rend is obviously just there to deal with absolutely everything. Dragon Stab for the Goodra, and then I was just left with two spare move slots. The Ice Fang is kind of there. Like, it's not even there to deal with the Gliscor because Vicious Rend is there, obviously. But if I end up with my opponent's last two Pokemon being the Gliscor and the Goodra, normally I wouldn't know which move to hit, whether it would be the Water or the Dragon, so the Ice Fang kind of deals with both of them, I guess. Dragon Rush, I think I've done this before, where like if I want to have a strong Dragon Stab, but I don't want to be locked into the Outrage, Dragon Rush is nice for that. His thing is EV'd so that it can outspeed an Adamant Zeraora. If he brings a Jolly Zeraora, I'm not outspeeding it. So if he brings the Adamant Zeraora, which I think he might do, I think he'll look at the speed tiers, he'll look at my highest Pokemon being base 109, and he'll think that he can safely go Adamant, so I'm hoping that's what his thought process is going to lead to. So I can maybe get the jump on an Adamant Zeraora, outspeed everything else on my opponent's team unboosted as well. Next up, we've got AMORPHO PHALLUS. This thing functions really nicely as a Zera Aura check. Obviously, we can resist the stab. I know it gets Blaze Kick and stuff, but we'll deal with that. Aromatherapy is there because my opponent does have Will-O-Wisp potential with not so much the Typhlosion, but with the Rotom. We're not bringing Lumberry on Drakefish this time, so if one of my Pokemon does get burned, it would be really nice to get rid of that. Giga Drain is just there for a bit of stab, really, and the Leech Seed Synthesis kind of makes sense as well. This thing is literally just going to soak up hits, get off a Leech Seed. The general Volplume shenanigans. I don't think I've ever really bought any kind of different Volplume sets. This thing just is difficult to kill, and that's the way I want to keep it. The Utility Umbrella is there, so the Synthesis still comes into effect under the rain. I might end up paying for not bringing Black Sludge, but hopefully with these 3 moves all restoring HP, it should be relatively fine. Yeah, like I said, fully defensive just to deal with the Zera Aura. Yeah, next up we have got Peter Rabbit. This guy is my dedicated special wall, as he is pretty much every single week. Bringing a very kind of like support defensive kind of set, like I do every week. Hopefully when I get later into the season I can start bringing some more fun sets, but this Peter Rabbit, he just functions really well as that special wall on my team. Wish Protect obviously there for somewhat reliable recovery, also functions as a decent Wish Passer. Toxic, again, just like with the Politoed, if I can get a Toxic off on the Vaporeon, I'm happy. Dazzling Gleam just for a bit of stab, this thing kind of speaks for itself. Forgot the, or should hit that Regenerator before we Mega Evolve. Yeah, this thing functions as a really nice Goodra counter. Next up, we've got Hippowdite, like with last week, is not going to be bringing the sand, he's just going to function as a very generic defensive wall. Earthquake, obviously, there for stab. Ice Fang to hit those things Earthquake doesn't, mainly the Gliscor, also the Staraptor. Stealth Rock, because we all like hazards, they're fun. Slack off for reliable recovery. If this thing gets toxic, like it did last week, I can at the very least get the Aromatherapy off with the Volplume, so we got a bit more synergy there. You can see that my playstyle, this wasn't really intentional, but my playstyle is similar to last week. We got 4 Wally Pokemon with Politoed, Volplume, Mega Ordino, Hippowdon, that's what it's called, and also Blastoise coming up. Yeah, I'm just going to try and get chip damage off my opponent as much as possible, and Drakefish can sweep at the end. Going off that, we do have Trinex. This thing is... I didn't really know what to do with this thing. I think I've hit this point in a couple team builds before where I've got 5 Pokemon to do the trick, and the 6th one is just a free hit. I wanted hazard removal. He's got the Orbeetle, that thing can have sticky webs that could really put a dampener on my Choice Scarf plans. It was between Blastoise and Excadrill, but obviously my opponent's quite water weak, and he's got a few things to deal with the Excadrill. So obviously Excadrill is objectively the better Pokemon, but I think just in terms of a rapid spinner, in this matchup in particular, Blastoise deals really well. We've got another Toxic user. I think if my opponent fears the Scald, Vaporeon might be a really good switch in for the Blastoise. Substitute if I can just try and catch something on switch. My hope is Blastoise comes in on something, say like a Typhlosion. My opponent wants to switch out into the Vaporeon. I set up the substitute. I can then get a free Toxic off on the Vaporeon. Vaporeon can't break my sub or Toxic me. Yeah, this thing's just going to be a bit of a nuisance, bit of an annoyance with the leftovers and the Rain Dish with the rain up. That should counteract the substitute damage quite well. Yeah, again with this Pokemon, I didn't really need any offensive moves other than Scald. The only thing that can switch into a Scald is the Vaporeon. There's no other special moves that can deal with the Vaporeon well. So I figured I might as well go Toxic. Substitute, just like I was saying, kind of works as some kind of a strategy. With the set, I was tempted to go fully defensive again, but I've got 4 Pokemon with defensive investments, so I just figured let's just go bulky offense. 20 points in speed there, so that I outspeed a Goodra that is uninvested, so I might as well just try and get the jump on a Goodra if I can. Get a Toxic off on it might be quite nice, get a substitute to try and scout what it's going to do. That kind of thing, really. And yeah, and then if the Goodra outspeeds me, then I know it's got speed investment. I can scout out a little bit that way. But yeah, that's the team really. So we got Rain with Politoed, we got loads and loads and loads of bulk. We got hazards with Hippowdon, we got hazard removal with Blastoise, got loads of toxicing potential. We've got the aromatherapy here, we've got the wish here. We got the late game sweep / wall breaking here. I think it's a pretty decent team, to be honest. The synergy between the Pokemon should hopefully work quite well. Hopefully I can pull off a similar game plan to last week's. Hopefully it's not as long. Anyway, enough rambling. I will see you tonight, or in a few seconds, for the battle. Okay, here's the challenge. There's my cat. She's just chilling. Anyway, got the challenge from Paul. Here we go. Brings the Vaporeon. Obviously that was always going to be coming. Didn't bring the Mega Steelix. I didn't think that he would. The Goodra's there, which is concerning. Grimmsnarl I didn't really prepare for. Maybe it would have been quite nice to have Steel Stab with Drill. We don't even have the Poison Stab on Vileplume. Oh, that Grimmsnarl's actually going to be a bit of a pain, isn't it? I didn't think about the Grimmsnarl at all. Obviously Grimmsnarl, Rocks, Drill Screens. Defog would have been quite nice. I was about to say his only form of hazard removal is Defog Gliscor, but that's a lie because Rapid Spin Hitmonchan. Okay. Hitmonchan doesn't really scare me offensively because I've got a more Phallus and Howlitoad. I'm sure that they can take him on relatively well. None of his mons scare me particularly offensively. Goodra does a bit until I get the Mega Evolution off on the Ordino, but like I think this is going to be a bit of a stally battle on both parts again, a little bit like with Tears. I was thinking about my lead just before this battle. I think if Howlitoad made the most sense, just get the rocks up. You know, I can slack off for damage. I can scout out any kind of offensive lead that he might go with. Maybe it might be quite nice to get up a substitute Blastoise and also Rapid Spin any potential hazards that he sets up turn 1, but I don't think that's what I'll be rocking with. I'm going to lead off with the Mega Ordino. I want to get that Mega Evolution off pretty quickly. He leads off with his Gliscor, which is probably just there to set up hazards, I would imagine. If it's offensive, it's doing nothing to me if it's offensive. Obviously, I'm not doing anything back, and I can't really Toxic it, so I reckon at this point, maybe even like going to Politoed. I reckon a hard swap into Politoed. If he wants to Toxic me, it's fine. I can rest it off. Actually, no, because if he sets up his rocks, what are you doing? What are you doing to Politoed? You are not concerning me too much. And then Blastoise, I imagine you're doing a bit more. And you outspeed me, but what are we doing back with the Scald? It's not great. I'm going to set up a Wish. Right. I actually forgot to Mega Evolve again. I've done that before. That's interesting that he's gone out into the Goodra. That's very interesting. I would imagine Dazzling Gleam is not doing too much to me. I should say I've had a long day at work and I'm feeling really ill at the moment, so my thought process is going to be a bit all over the place. What I meant to say was I imagine Dazzling Gleam doesn't do too much to my opponent. Cat is meowing there, and it doesn't. So I'm just going to get the Toxic off. We can. Ooh, that's interesting. Does Goodra get Body Press? It does learn Body Press. Okay. What do I even like do with this information? Body Press. I mean, at the moment you're not doing anything. If you set up another thing, then it's still not 2-hit KO. So I'm more than happy to let this thing set up on me. I'm more than happy for that. I'm going to set up another Wish. You just want to do that. That's absolutely fine. I mean, yeah, if you're fully defensive, you're at +4, your body press is not even a 2-hit KO, so I might as well just go for the Dazzling Gleam here. You're going to set up the rain on me, which is extremely interesting. Oh, I can see why you've done that now. Oh no. Oh no. In that case, I want Vileplume, right? In that case, I want Vileplume, because even if you're at +6, that's absolutely fine, and I can set up my Leech Seed. That's what I want. Okay. It's interesting that we've both got the rain. It's actually, to be fair, what my opponent has done there, yeah, body press doing nothing. That's absolutely fine. Nice. Yeah, what my opponent has done there is he's seen that he's really water weak. He's seen that obviously I'm going to bring the rain out of all my weathers against him, and he's just thought I'm going to absolutely abuse that with a Hydration Goodra. At the same time, he said, "Oh, just on the off chance that my opponent doesn't bring the rain, I'm going to put Rain Dance as a move on Goodra." That is incredible prep. I really, really, really rate that. I rate that a lot. I haven't been paying attention to damage here, but I think Leech Seed chips off more damage than Leftovers recover, right? Am I right in saying that? Leech Seed damage. Sorry, Paul. I've just got a double. Wait, can I do this? /data. Leech Seed does 1/8 /data. Leftovers does 1/16. Cool. So we are winning this battle. I'm just going to double up on the Leech Seed, just in case he decided to switch. This is a battle that I win in the long run, so I'm absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. Do you know what? No, I'm going to synthesis up. You got the rest. I'm relatively happy with this, to be fair. I'm relatively happy with this. We know you don't have the sleep talk. We know that you're going to be. Oh, I was going to say I could switch into the Dracovish, but obviously you've got the maximum defense now. So I think this is a battle that I win, but like it's just there's just going to be a lot of stalling around. I'm just going to go into the Peter Rabbit, I guess, because at this point it's an early. I should have brought I was tempted to bring Raw on a Powerbomb. That would have been really nice. At this point, it's just a PP stall, which I don't know if I win or not, to be completely honest. But I mean, yeah. I've got the Leech Seed up. The Leech Seed beats the Leftovers. I've just got to. I'm just going to keep switching out. I'm just going to keep switching back and forth. What are you doing at your +6 to all of my Pokemon? I need to calc all of these. If there's any that aren't a 2-hit KO, Hippowdon. Okay, so I've got Hippowdon and Vileplume. I can switch between them, and I can recover where necessary. The moment I've got a PP stall him on rest. This is going to be a long evening. This is going to be a long. Oh, he gets a crit on that as well. Do I outspeed you naturally? I don't. Okay, that's really annoying. Actually, that's really annoying. I don't think that crit really matters too much in the long run, but it just means that I can't slack off on this thing. But yeah, I mean, I really don't like this playstyle, but I've just got to try and preserve as much PP as I can. As the rest. Well, on that, we can go into the Hippowdon. This is going to be an even longer battle. Oh, this is going to be an even longer battle than that first one. My God. Oh, sorry, I forgot that the rest. I forgot completely how. I just completely forgot how hydration worked there. That was awkward. I Nearly lost to Politoed. I've also got the Rocky Helmet there, which is absolutely important to bear in mind. But we can just keep doing this. We can keep doing this. That's absolutely fine. Get off a bit of chip damage, I guess. I don't want to throw away my Hippowdon needlessly. That's something I absolutely can't afford to do. Also, the fact that the body press on Hippowdon only did 36%. Is that what my calcs were saying? No. So are you not even max defense on this set? I don't think you're max defense, or at the very least, you're not bold. I say 36%. Yeah, so you're not even okay. Okay. Right. Well, I'm glad we're out of that cycle. My word. Cool. What does this thing want to do to me now? I mean, I don't think it can do much offensively to me. It probably just wants to knock off, right? I mean, does it even learn knock off? /learn Hitmonchan knock off. Hippowdon is kind of dead to me now, to be completely honest. Because I don't outspeed anything on his team, so Hippowdon is kind of done. Sorry, my cat's just playing with a laptop lead there. That's a cute but annoying. You don't learn knockoff or anything. What are you doing with an ice punch? Because that's what you're going to go for, right? That's your move. You're not doing anything to me. I'm just going to set up another leech seed. Or fire punch. Do the same as ice punch. Don't get the burn. That's nice. Yeah, that's chill, mate. If you want to do that. I'm just going to Giga Drain. Actually, no. I should probably Synthesis. Let's not be silly. Should I? No. I'm going to Giga Drain. I just want to keep my walls up at health. Rapid Spin to get rid of the Leech Seed, that's fine. Is that fine? I think I'll go into Politoed here. Not Politoed, Politoed. So they're like, wait. A lot of this video is just going to be me talking to myself, but I think that are you uninvested in attack? Is that what we're figuring out from this? Or are you invested? You're not invested or uninvested from that. Not like fully or one way or the other. So I think Politoed probably is the play. But then what are we doing back? Not too much. What's Blastoise doing back? Not too much again. The other option is someone like Mega Ordino. Which, to be fair, I'm actually going to make that switch. I'm going to make that switch into Mega Ordino. Hopefully we don't get a burn or anything. That's nice. And then, yeah, we can either go for the Dazzling Gleam. If you're Assault Vest, you're living. If you're not Assault Vest, then you're still living, actually. Unless you got no special defensive bulk, then you're still living. Cool, in that case, I'm actually going to fire off a Wish. I'm going to fire off a Wish to scout. We've got Hitmonchan down a little bit. This thing doesn't really concern me in terms of like any kind of wall breaking potential, but it's definitely a nuisance to have around. However, if Hippowdon can safely switch in on a Fire Punch, then we can pass the Wish off, which is quite nice actually. Right, Toxic, the Vaporeon, nice. That's huge. That's exactly what I wanted. Do any of his... What I'm going to do here, actually... I'm going to go on to... very quickly this document here. Do any of the Pokemon on the field right now have Cleric abilities? Oh, of course, Vaporeon gets Heal Bell. I never planned for Vaporeon getting Heal Bell either. And it gets Hydration as an ability. God damn. Okay, I see. Well, in that case, I'm going to go into a more Phallus. Okay. Is this a matchup that is in my favour? Did we find out anything about this? No, it didn't. It just switched out first turn, didn't it? Cool. If you are fully attack invested, you're not doing much to me. I can do not much to you either. I'm just going to set up another Leech Seed. I want to see what you want to do to me. Knock off my Umbrella. That's probably fine, but I do need to bear in mind that it's gone now. I really don't want my Damp Rock to get knocked off. That would be really, really bad for me. However, from that we can figure out from the damage, you did about 17% to me with a knockoff. That tells me that you're uninvested in attack. On that note, it's a safe switch in, but I'm not outspeeding. I can pass a Wish off. I can pass a Wish off in front of Gliscor because I can switch into Hippowdon safely. So that might be the plan. I think that's the plan. This thing doesn't really concern me too much. Earthquake does, what was that, 23%? Yeah, so you're uninvested. That's absolutely fine. I can just get a Wish off. That's fine. I've got the Aromatherapy on AMORPHO. So I can just pass the Wish into Hippowdon. What's Hippowdon doing with an Ice Fang? I should count. Nice. Give me the Leech Seed as well. Cool. It's annoying that Poison Heal counteracts Leech Seed perfectly, but I mean, I probably don't want to reveal the Ice Fang right away, but at the same time, it's why I've got it, right? I'm going to go for the Stealth Rock, though. You want to get rid of my Rocky Helmet? Yeah, fine, whatever. I'm going to go for the Ice Fang now, though. Cool. This thing's probably got Roost as its fourth move, which it will go for. But it's nice to put a bit of pressure onto this thing. I'm also going to just go straight away into the AMORPHO. You go for your Roost, and I'm going to get off my Aromatherapy. This is going to be a longer battle than last week, that's for sure. Maybe not longer in terms of time, because we seem to be making our moves quite quickly this week. But in terms of amount of turns, yeah, it's going to be a doozy. I'm just trying to think in terms of endgame already. Obviously, Vaporeon or Goodra needs to go. At the moment, not Vaporeon or Goodra, sorry, Vaporeon or what do you call Grimmsnarl need to go. The moment Goodra goes, I can go into Fisher's Friend. The moment Grimmsnarl goes, I can go into Outrage and at least get some decent damage off. Because I've only got one offensive mon. Obviously, Blastoise is there, but he's not doing too much. Yeah, I'm just going to send this back up to health. I need to be really wary of PP. Alright, Leech Seed is obviously the first thing I'm going to do. Actually, if this Goodra is... I'm going to go for a blank set here. 252. If you get to +2, and you have body press. Right. Can I just go straight into Dracovish and go for the Outrage? At +2, that has a chance to kill. His body press is annoying me back, but I think I should really take advantage of the fact that he's not at +6 just yet. If he goes into Grimmsnarl, he goes into Grimmsnarl. And if he sets up the rain, then even better. So I think that's what I do. I think I'm going to hard into... Okay. Can we take advantage of this situation at all? You can do heavy damage to me. I can obviously do heavier damage back. If you're adamant, then Fisher's Friend kills. I don't really want to take that risk though. I shouldn't take that risk, should I? I'm going to double out, and from the damage, I'll be able to tell whether Zera Aura is adamant or jolly. If it's adamant, then I feel a lot better about this matchup when it inevitably comes back around. So that's what we're going to do. It's going to be more Phallus probably to switch. I don't want to go into Hippowdon just in case he goes for the Plasma Fists and I don't get that information I need. So on that, I am actually going to go into AMORPHO Phallus, and then you double out. That's kind of annoying, so we don't get the information that we want. I'm tempted to go into Blastoise on this as well, because obviously Blastoise is here. I wanted the Blastoise Vaporeon matchup so I can get my sub and just fire a few Toxics. Although looking at my opponent's team, Blastoise isn't going to be doing too much here. I probably should have brought the Drill. In fact, looking at my opponent's team, once Gliscor goes, Drill +1 from a Rapid Spin would have been really, really nice. But hey, we don't have it. Right, up against a Vileplume. No, not up against a Vileplume. Up against a Vaporeon. I mean, Giga Drain. I'm going to go for the Drain. You're probably going to Heal Bell. Or, you know that. I'm still fine with this. He probably Rapid Spins here. He probably Rapid Spins here, and I feel like I can take advantage of the fact that I know what move he's going to go for. I want to keep my rocks on the field. So I'm going to go into Hippowdon. He goes for the Rapid Spin. I want to get my rocks straight back up. Like, no question, I want my rocks straight back up. Although I'm kind of predicting the Gliscor, what is Hippowdon doing to this Hitmonchan? Is an Ice Fang KOing? An Ice Fang has a chance to KO, and if I can catch Gliscor on switch, that would be beautiful. So I'm actually going to go for that. He goes into the Vaporeon, and that's a wasted turn. Well, oh man. Yeah, I mean, obviously, more Phallus is the switch here. You go for your Heal Bell. You go for your Wish. You haven't Heal Belled yet, which is interesting. Definitely interesting. I'm going to Giga Drain. Right, does Giga Drain KO? No, it doesn't, and then you're wished all the way back up. That's quite nice on his part. Cool, well, we've got the Leech Seed up on this thing, so if it wants to set up, I've got something. Did you reveal leftovers? Yes, you did. Okay. Alright, I'm going to go for the Giga Drain. What is your plan right now? I guess you're just trying to PP stall me, right? So I probably shouldn't be falling into this trap so hard. If Haltoad is going to come in here and set up the rocks again, if you want to Rapid Spin away the Leech Seed, that's absolutely fine. Surprised I haven't seen a Drain Punch on this Hitmonchan yet. It appears to be sort of a very, very bulky variant. I feel like he wants his Hitmonchan to stay on the field, to stay alive, which is why he's Wish passing into it so much. I say so much, he's done it once. Yeah, so that makes me think that the Drain Punch will be there as opposed to like a close combat or whatever the big fighting stab this thing gets is. Oh, I'm trying to think about all the other Pokemon that I could have brought to stop this cycle of just stall. And yeah, Excadrill would have been really nice. Would have been really, really nice. What would have been lovely, actually, would have been, funnily enough, like a Swords Dance Vileplume. Given that Vileplume is the one thing that goes toe-to-toe with the Body Press Goodra, a Swords Dance Vileplume would have been hilarious on this set. You're going to go into Grimmsnarl, I'm going to go into Hippowdon. I'm Yeah, I'm going to get my rocks up. I don't know what this thing wants to do to me. It wants to bulk up. That's concerning. That's concerning. Is it, though? Because what are you doing? Grimmsnarl. What are you doing? What are you doing to any of my Pokemon, really? You're doing nothing to Vileplume. Wait, max attack at +1. You're doing nothing to Vileplume. Okay. What I really want to do is get a Toxic off on this thing. Or, again, funnily enough, a Leech Seed would be quite nice. You're doing a bit more to Mega Ordino than I ever wanted to see, so you're not really a safe switch in. But yeah, you're actually doing nothing to Vileplume, so I guess we go into the Vileplume. You're at +2 now. That is concerning. Even then, you're not doing much. You're not doing much. Porygon bots joined. Or you are doing a lot, you know, or that, I guess. I guess you lied to me, Calx. Darkest Lariat. Yeah, that looks more like it. Cool. What does Darkest Lariat do as a move? Ignores the target stat changes. Right, this might be a sweep here. Should put Iron Head on that. This could be the sweep right here. And if it is, I genuinely apologise for playing this game as badly as I did. Although, if he's got the Darkest Lariat, hopefully if that's your only offensive move, then it's so concerning. I mean, what was the other one? Spirit Break. I mean, surely he runs both, right? And he's probably got the rest as well to counteract the Toxic. But at the very least, I can get a Toxic off on him. Or do I want to get? I probably want to get a Dazzling Gleam. I'm going to go for the Dazzling Gleam. I don't like how low on health Vileplume is, but I can Wish Pass at some point, hopefully. Because once Vileplume goes, Goodra wins it for him. Ugh. Yeah, I feel like his team's built really well for me. Like, I was applauding the whole hydration set that he had earlier on his Goodra. I feel like we've both gone for like very, very, very bulky chip damage, but whereas I've gone for a Choice Scarfer as my Wincon, he's got numerous setup Pokemon as his Wincons, and I think setup wins that match every day. On the bright side, Vaporeon is getting a little bit worn down, so that's quite nice to see. I do want to get Vileplume back up to health. Cool, that's quite nice. I'm also very conscious of running out of Leech Seeds, so on that I'm going to go straight back into Peter Rabbit. Yeah, if I would have brought like a Swords Dance Drill, or like I was joking about earlier, you know, would have worked as Swords Dance Vileplume. Like, there are definitely ways of winning this battle. Yeah, just going to go for another Dazzling Gleam. The Toxic would be nice on this thing, but yeah, nothing really wants to switch into a Dazzling Gleam. Apart from the Goodra, but then even the Goodra is running low on HP, or it will be after a Dazzling Gleam, so I can keep some kind of offensive pressure up on him. It's funny, like, up against Tess last week, obviously Tess, amazing battler, stupidly good team. What are we doing here? The thing is, we can't do much to each other. He can't do much to me either. So I do get a safe Wish Pass here. So what I was going to say, just to finish that thought, obviously Tess is a really good battler. But throughout that entire battle, I sort of felt in control throughout all of it. This battle, similar makeup in terms of, you know, massive bulk and who's going to try and sweep first. I feel a lot less in control. So yeah, it's full props to my opponent. Anyway, I really want to. I should have brought Ice Beam on Trinex. I really want to bring in Sid Vicious at some point. I really want to bring in Sid Vicious at some point up against a Gliscor, which we know doesn't have offensive investment. I kind of want to. Do I? I'm going to go for a safe wish. You're going to roost up. Obviously, you're going to roost up. I'm going to go into Sid Vicious now. I want to just put a bit of pressure onto my opponent. That Toxic is absolutely fine. So at this point, it's just a case of, I mean, I could go for the ice. Are you water absorber or hydration? If you're hydration Vaporeon, which surely you're not, like surely you're not. But if you are hydration, Vicious Friend, I kind of want to do it. You're going into Vaporeon. We'll find out at the very least if you're water absorber or not. Yes, you are. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. It's given us a bit of information. We know that he's water absorb. Yeah, I don't hate that turn too much. I'm just going to go straight into a more PHALLUS. This thing hasn't revealed the Heal Bell yet, which it would amaze me if this thing doesn't have Heal Bell. It would amaze me. I'm really concerned that this is going to be like a 100 turn plus battle, and if I lose a 100 turn plus battle, that's just upsetting. You know, like the only reason, well, not the only reason, but you know, one of the main reasons that I felt so good about beating Tez was because after all of that time battling, I came out with the win. Ice Fang does nothing to this thing. Ice Fang does nothing to this thing. I kind of want to bring out Politoed. I really do. Oh, actually, what I should do is calc that Ice Fang did about 40% to the Gliscor, which tells me, are you just like this kind of a set? I would imagine, maybe. If we give you defense there, Ice Fang did. Was it 40? Did we say 40%? Cool. So you're just a fully defensive Gliscor, which is why you can live that Ice Fang from a Dracovish so well. However, that means that Scald here should do some decent damage. So I'm actually going to go out into Politoed here. If we take damage, we can wish it off. That's fine. And now there's a lot of pressure put on his Vaporeon. I actually don't want to go for the Scald here. It was just nice to set up my Rain. I'm going to double out into Blastoise. If he goes into the Vaporeon, I can set up the substitute. I'll get a lot of HP back. And that thing will just take a little bit more toxic damage. I really want that Vaporeon to reveal the Heal Bell, because then I know that I just can't win the battle. I just want to have that information, you know. Surely it does. Like, you've only revealed 2 moves. You're clearly a support cleric set. It's just going to be like Heal Bell and Scald or something, right? What are you doing to me right now? The rain is up. I'm up against a Hitmonchan. Do we know if you are Assault Vest? My Giga Drains have been doing more than that, right? It's been doing about 18 to 20% actually. So you probably are Assault Vest actually. Yeah, I'm thinking that you are. Yeah, some kind of a specially defensive variant. Cool. don't outspeed this thing either. I kind of want to get... No, I don't want to get a Toxic off, do I? I guess we just go back out into Peter Rabbit. Take a Thunder Punch. Good to me, you've got it. That's nice. I just want to get a Toxic off. Yeah, you get rid of the rocks, but you get Toxic. I'm kind of fine with that. And then I guess we just wish up, switch out into Hippolytoad, get rocks back up. I really like Drakefish here. Again, it's going to be a safe switch because we get the Heal Bell. Alright, you're at +2. Just got to bring up this blank Goodra again. 252 defense. Let's just pretend. No, obviously you're going to be 252 HP. You've got body press and your current body, not body slam, body press, and you're currently at +2 defense. Dracovish, I can just lock myself into the outrage here. Body press doesn't concern me too much at this point. If I go for that and then you go to +4, I'm going to be doing about, what, 30 plus 4, I'm going to be doing about 70%. Even after leftovers, that should KO. I think I'm just going to go for the outrage. You're going to rest up. It's annoying that I'm locked into outrage, but yeah, whatever. I'm actually happy that he's done that because then I'm no longer locked into the outrage. Right, this thing's starting to set up again. It's kind of annoying that Peter Rabbit isn't at the best HP. I think Trinex is probably the switch. Because you're going to bulk up here. If I don't take much damage from one... Did we figure out whether you had the... No, we didn't. Whether you had the Spirit Break. Anyway, not Dark Pulse, Darkest Lariat. That's not worth it for the Toxic. We're going to do this. You're going to double out. I'm kind of fine with that. I guess we just go for another wish. Oh no, I'm not actually. I might go for like a Protect or something, or a Dazzling Gleam. I don't want to burn through my wishes. At the moment, it's a PP stall that he's winning. It's a PP stall that he's winning, which is not fun. 70 turns, and it's not just the fact that no one has lost a Pokemon yet, it's the fact that no one has even felt close to losing a Pokemon. What's his PP looking like? Yeah. I'm getting increasingly concerned that he wins this. Not to mention the fact that, not to repeat myself from last week, it's currently 3 AM. Like, Leech Seed makes the most sense, but do I want to... Like, I'm genuinely thinking about conserving PP already, which is bonkers to think about, but... I'm going to go for the Aromatherapy. That's not what I want to see. That's not what I want to see. I mean, my Giga Drains are breaking his substitutes, but he's got more subs than I do Giga Drains, so I can't win that. What's Dazzling Gleam doing? Am I breaking your sub at the very least? Oh my god, I can't type. not entirely a safe switch, but what do I use? Sub, Fire Punch, Bulk Up, Plasma Fists? I mean, in that case, Hippolytoad, right? In that case, Hippolytoad. You can sub up, that's fine. Toxic, sub. I feel like Shad has had some kind of an impact on this guy's sets. My word. I'm just getting my rocks back up. I can do that at this point. Vaporeon switch on that. That's cool. Guy into Vileplume. You get your Wish up. I get a Leech Seed up. Goes to Protect up. Oh, that was a waste of 1 PP. That was a big waste of 1 PP. Yeah, I'm going to Giga Drain here. Now we go for the Leech Seed. And we're on to this again. Oh dear. How much PP does Acid Armor have? I mean, and Body Press, it's got 11. I mean, I can beat this Goodra one-on-one. I just need to conserve PP while I do it, you know? That's where I'm at right now. Do I have Toxic on this thing? No, I don't. Cool. If I had Toxic on one of my 2 Pokemon that can take on the Goodra, that would have been quite nice. What do we say that this... Oh, I've got to go. Goodra. No. Do you know what? What I'm going to do is... This might look weird. I'm going to go build my own Goodra. What are we saying? You got Body Press. We're saying that you're max HP, max defense, and you got Hydration. And Leftovers. I think that's the only information that I need for what I'm about to do, which is copy that, stick it in here, import that, and stick it in there. Cool. Right, so this thing is at +6. Here we go again. Ah shit, here we go again. What are you doing to Hippolytoad? It's not a 2-hit KO. It's doing about 42%. It's not a safe switch either way. After the Leech Seed recovery, though, it is a safe switch. So we go out into Hippolytoad. You go for your rest. What about forget a crit on the Ice Fang? Does that do anything for me? Not really. You are asleep at this point, though. That's quite nice. So I should take advantage of the fact that you're asleep. And I mean, him being asleep benefits him because it just helps with the PP stall. And I'm not doing anything to help my case. I should have actually gone into Peter Rabbit and maybe got a few Dazzling Gleams off. But like, you're about to wake up. You're awake again. Body Press. No, Acid Armor. Okay, that's quite nice, I guess. See, he knows that it's just a PP stall at this point. I can just safely switch from wall to wall. If he gets a crit, then he wins the game essentially at that point. But there's nothing that I can do. There's nothing that I can do offensively to this thing. This is definitely a Shad set. Now that I'm thinking about it, this has got Shad written all over it. But yeah, this is fine. Straight away to Howlatoad. You want a rapid spin? That's fine. I'll get my rocks back up. I mean, Vaporeon tends to be his switch. So can I take advantage of that and hit you with a surprise earthquake? Is that worth it? It probably is. I'm going to do that. Puts a bit of pressure on. That's quite nice. Obviously he protects here, so now I can get my rocks up. and this thing isn't at the HP that it wanted, that it was on before. If I'm spamming Earthquake, does he go into Gliscor? Probably, but I don't want to hit the Ice Fang because I've actually got a nice bit of offensive pressure up on his team right now. Goes into the Grimmsnarl. That's nice. That's what you want to see. That's what you want to see. Okay, okay. Oh, I'm getting some pressure on him. Right. Okay. Obviously, Earthquake did about 42%. Are you rocking with like that kind of a set? Oh no, sorry, you're gonna be looking like that, right? And maybe I got a low roll. If that's the case, what happens when you go to +1? I'm probably not going to KO here. But yeah, I'm just going to go for the Earthquake. You go for the rest. That's fine. That's fine. We're still getting off some offensive pressure on this guy, which is really, really nice. Got the bulk from the rest, Darkest Lariat. And if he doesn't have the Spirit Break as a fourth move, then we know that and Sleep Talk. Okay. Oh yes, a crit. Okay. Firstly, sorry for the crit. I was probably winning that matchup one-on-one anyway, but obviously, like, you would have just switched out. Like, that was a genuinely lucky crit. I know you had a one crit early in the game, but that was a lot less key than this one. That was a huge crit. At this point, I kind of want to keep going for Earthquakes, which might sound bonkers. I really want to keep offensive pressure up. That would be really stupid, though. I'm not going to do that. It's tempting, though, isn't it? No, don't be stupid, because if you go for a Scald here... I should have gone for the Earthquake! Oh, okay. That's fine. I feel like I misplayed a little bit there. Clicked my move a little bit too quickly. It's not a 6-0, at the very least. It's not a 6-0. I'm gonna go for the Dazzling Gleam. I just want to keep offensive pressure up on this guy now. I'm gonna go for Wish, and then what? Wish into Sid Vicious, maybe? No, I don't think so. Wish into Politoed. Wish into Politoed is potential. Actually, no, I'm going to get my hazards back up. He's lost his spinner. No, he hasn't lost his spinner, I'm lying. But if I get my hazards up, he'll lose his spinner, because he won't be able to switch in safely. That's fine. So it's essentially a 4-0 at this point. An unofficial 4-0. Like, you can toxic my mons, but I do have the aromatherapy, so I'm not too scared about that. I'm going to go into Drakefish just to put... Oh, that's big. Oh, that was a stupid move on my part. That was stupid. Oh, no. Oh, no. Right, Dracovish. Because at this point, I don't even outspeed the Gliscor. Unless is it? I mean, no, we're saying it's uninvested, right? We're saying it's looking like this. So I take that away. We do outspeed the Gliscor. I'm not too far. Yeah, I mean, I know it's obvious. I know it's obvious, but whatever. I kind of want to see what this thing wants to do to me. Kind of want to see what this thing wants to do to me. Even if it burns, I can get the aromatherapy and outrage. I'm gonna do it. Another crit. No burn, no burn, no burn, no burn, no burn. Ah, okay, okay. That's annoying because you're gonna wish here. I don't think you got the heal bell though. I did not want the 3 turns of outrage there. Did not want that. We can go straight away into Vile Plume though, and at the very least we can heal bell. We can heal bell off the burn. So that's quite nice. It's quite actually no, never mind, never mind, never mind. Right, now you're getting dangerously low. You're getting dangerously low, which gives us a free aromatherapy on the protect. That's quite nice. How much is toxic doing this turn? 37%. Yeah, this thing's got to switch out now. This thing's got to switch out, and as it switches, what do we do as this thing switches? Because we know the switch is coming. At this point, Gliscor is terrifying because I haven't got an answer for it at all. I think we bring in the Ordino, and now we can. I guess we protect just to PP stall the toxic that's coming, and then and then we switch into the Vile Plume just to again PP stall the toxic that's coming. That's absolutely fine. Right, I just want to wear this thing's PP down now. Right, that's all nice. We've got the Ice Fang that we could actually go for, and I'm going to do that. I forgot that the Ice Fang does nothing to this Pokemon, so that was a really stupid move on my part. Don't mention it. Straight back out into Vile. Actually, no, it's not back out into Vile Plume because even though I do have the aromatherapy, I need to conserve PP on the Vile Plume. So I'm just going to go for another Ice Fang. I'm very much just playing the PP game at this point. I'm going to slack off on your Roost. That's fine. Once this thing runs out of toxics, it's a lot less scary. Once this thing runs out of toxics, it's a lot less scary. Actually, I should calc the damage on the Earthquake on that switch. That's something that I should absolutely do. Is that a... That's not even a better set for it. We're looking like this for sure. Your uninvested Earthquake is not scaring me. Cool. I was fully expecting the crit there. Do I go for the Ice Fang or the Outrage here or something? Obviously, I'm not going to go for the Fisher's Rend because that just puts Vaporeon in. I kind of want to go. I'm going to go for the Ice Fang. It'll still get some damage off on this Vaporeon. That's fine. Toxic as well. It goes down to 14%. At this point, I mean, do we outspeed this thing? Yes, we do outspeed this thing. I'm going to hit the Outrage. Right, Vaporeon's down. Okay, okay. Vaporeon's down. Hitmonchan's pretty much down. Even though this thing has lost its Choice Scarf, it's still quite nice. Plasma Fist, that might KO, actually. It doesn't KO. Does Outrage KO? Oh, it doesn't. And we got the 2 turns. That's huge. That's huge. I only wanted the 2 turns there. Right, you're sub 5 punch toxic. Plasma Fists. Yeah, Palatoad does come in here. He can't do any Wish Passes either. I might just go for the Ice Fang here. I think his Gliscor comes in. I just want to make sure that, on the off chance that he doesn't switch, I just want to make sure that the Ice Fang does KO this thing. It's a roll, but it's a chance. Yeah, Gliscor, we can get some damage off on you. That's nice. Right, the Goodra still terrifies me in the back. I'm hitting the point. Right. Oh, that does more than I wanted it to. Obviously, we protect there. Okay, all I want to do then was pass off a wish onto someone, but clearly we're not going to be doing that today. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. He's running a little bit low on PP now, which obviously we love to see. I don't want to go for one of my aromatherapies just yet. Did we decide whether Blastoise outspeeds Gliscor? I don't think it does it? If it's completely uninvested, no, it doesn't. And also, what's a Giga Drain from Vileplume, just to check? It's not doing too much. I'm going to go for the Leech Seed here. I don't want to switch in Politoed on the knockoff either, although I suppose Rain isn't as key for me anymore, so that wouldn't be the worst thing. I'm just going to go for a Giga Drain. That's putting a decent bit of pressure on him. I really want to get that Mega Ordino back up to health, but to do that I need the aromatherapy. Okay, now we're going to go for another aromatherapy. After this we'll only have 2 left, so I feel like I'm forcing myself to approach the end game quicker than I need to. I just need Peter Rabbit to be up at health. I need Peter Rabbit to be up at some kind of health. So we're going to go into Hippowdon. You missed the Toxic, that's huge. That is huge. I'm going to go back out into Vileplume on another Toxic. Cool. The moment that Toxic runs out, I'm going to feel so much happier. The moment that Toxic runs out, I'm going to feel so much happier. Please don't go for another Toxic, actually. Cool, knockoff. Nice. Back into a more PHALLUS on hopefully the Toxic. That's on a knockoff. That's fine. I'm kind of chill with this setup. Kind of okay with this. Right. Right, I wanted this thing back up at health. That's fine. Oh, back into the Vileplume then. Right. And then we can go safely into this. Oh man, this is a full PP stall at this point. This is a full-on PP stall. I hate this. Yeah, Maui's right. It is going to come down to PP stall, and we're both aware of that. So we're both going for the switch as opposed to the move. Like, how do you break this cycle? I think you break the cycle by going into Politoed. I think that's how you break the cycle. Going to Politoed. Oh, but I've just got the rain up for this Goodra, so that's annoying. What's our Ice Fang doing to Goodra? It's not doing enough to make anything worth it. It's not doing enough at all. I'm really concerned that this guy wins. I need to get Dracovish in on an uninvested Goodra. That's how I win. If I get Dracovish in on an uninvested Goodra, that's how I win. Right, well, both my walls that deal with Goodra are back up to health, so that's cool. I need to get Dracovish healthy is what I need to do. Okay, this is more like it. Oh no, it's not because we don't outspeed. Oh, it's not because we don't outspeed. If we had this choice scarf, that would be huge, but we don't have the choice scarf. Ah, would have been a nice chance for a wish pass as well. I'm gonna go out into this thing though. You want an earthquake? That's chill. I'm gonna go for the protect on hopefully the toxic. Yes. Okay. Okay, that's big. Now I'm gonna go for another wish. You can't set up your subs. You're suddenly less scary. So much so that I think a Palatoad does come out here. And again, we just go for the Ice Fang. Obviously, Gliscor comes out. Oh my goodness gracious me. I'm going to go for the Ice Fang. Am I? I really want him to burn his Toxics. Another miss. Okay. Hacks are kind of acting in my favour at this point. Hacks are kind of acting in my favour at this point, and I do apologise for that, my dude. You're going to brew stuff here. You're going to what? How can I take advantage of the fact that you're going to go for a roost here? Blastoise. Blastoise. We know that you're 252. We know that you're 252. Get rid of that, and you're some kind of like that. I think Blastoise comes in on the roost, and we can get up a sub on the switch, actually. A sub on the switch is going to be nice. You want to get rid of that, that's cool. He didn't go for the switch, which is bonkers. Didn't go for the switch, which is bonkers. Because, yeah, we're just putting pressure on you. Oh, Nenny switches. That's annoying. Oh, and then we get the burn. I didn't want the burn. That is really unfortunate for me, actually. Yeah, I wanted the toxic, obviously. With that, I'm tempted. No, I won't. I was going to say with that, I was tempted to go into Politoed to activate his hydration to get rid of the burn, but he can do that with his own rain dance. That's fine. 159 turns. How long have I been recording here? We're over an hour. What time is it? It's 3:30 in the morning. We've been recording for over an hour. Thing is, he knows that when the Leech Seed runs out of PP, then he wins. So with that in mind, just going to go for that. He gets rid of his burn, which is nice. I just want him to use up his body presses. I really want him to use up his body presses. Right, at +2, are you a threat to Peter Rabbit just yet? At +2, you're not a threat yet. So I kind of want to go for Dazzling Gleam to put up some pressure. Yeah, that's what I'm actually going to do. Okay. Come on! Come on! Is that Zeraora dead on entry? No, it's not. No, it's not. I mean, you can't Toxic or Sub. So I kind of want to protect a Scout. I mean, you can Toxic, of course. I'm going to go for the Dazzling Gleam. I'm not going to overthink it. Zeraora's dead. Okay. Hitmonchan's dead on entry as well. I'm going to get the Toxic up. Right. Oh my god, my cat wants attention. I'm sorry. Right, at this point, I can just PP stall him out. At this point, I think I win. I don't want to say it preemptively. I think I might win. I can just PP stall him out. I need to set the leech seed actually. Because once I get the leech seed up, he can't get rid of the leech seed, right? Hitmonchan's dead on entry. Leech seed is up. I mean, even if he rests here, like, who cares? Yeah, that's chill. That's chill. You do this. I can do this all day. I hope I win the PP stall. Literally, this is such a shitty tactic, and I'm so sorry. I'm just going to keep switching between my two walls. And barring any crits, I should be okay. See, he's aware of it. He's aware of it. How much PP does Acid Armor have? Okay, yeah. I'm going to go for that. I'm also going to go for this. This is kind of a checkmate situation, and I really hope that my opponent kind of realises that and forfeits. Because I don't think... Actually, is Earthquake actually doing more than Ice Fang? I've been really stupid this entire time. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's kind of irritating that my opponent hasn't realised. Unless, I mean, barring any crits, like he can still win, I think. But like, I mean, the rests make this even more annoying. So he only loses PP. Like he has 2 turns where he doesn't lose PP. But his acid armors are nearly done. I mean, even with a crit, you're not doing anything. I say not doing anything. You're not going to get 2 crits in a row, are you? That's fine. I mean, I am genuinely sorry about the way that I play this. I get that it's not exactly a favourable approach, but like, in this situation, if I don't play like this, I lose the match. You know? It's like the genuine sort of sad truth of it. And it's probably my own fault because I didn't bring more like offense in the back. The offense that I did bring is obviously physically based, so him being acid armor will just counteract that entirely. Yeah, Paul, I'm sorry, dude. And I'm speaking like I've already won. I haven't already won. You know, crits can happen, shit can happen, but like, I'm actually gonna slack off here. Yeah. What's kind of frustrating to me is that my opponent hasn't acknowledged the checkmate. Because at this point, there's nothing that he can do to win, really. So you would have thought that he would just let the battle end without going for stuff like the rest. But so it's kind of annoying how he's playing it out. But I get that the only reason he's playing it out this way is because I've forced it upon him with my tactics. But on the bright side, though, we got a 200 turn battle. That's pretty fun. It's not even too much interesting that I can talk about at this point. Okay, now I'm just PP stalling the rest now. Like, should we hit a party when we go to turn 200? Way! Okay. I mean, I feel like I'm going to get a lot of stick in the league for this, for playing the way that I am. But like, if it works, right? Got a crit there, so I'm going to heal up. And heal up again. I mean, once his body press runs out of PP, I mean, once any of his moves run out of PP, then I win. I just don't understand why my opponent at this point, and Paul, I'm sorry if you're watching this, I don't understand why you're dragging it out, because you've lost. And I hate saying that this early, but like, surely you can see that, right? In 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. In 12 turns, you'll be struggling. So, why? I don't know. I'm gonna stop ranting, but yeah, just in definitive terms, I'm annoyed that he's playing side to the end. But hey, why would you rest there? Why? Oh, okay. But yeah, I mean, in terms of the league as a whole, are you going to start struggling now? Yes, nice. Cool. Yeah, in terms of the league as a whole, I would have played 4 battles. I would have won 3. I'll have beaten, I think, did Tez win last season? I can't remember. I'll have beaten Tez, who's really, really good. I'm actually going to give him a GG, my dude. Sorry about the tactics at the end, because I genuinely am. But yeah, so I'll have played 4. I'll have won 3. I've got a 6-0 there, so my differential goes up to +9, I believe. Yeah, like I've been saying this whole time, I want to be able to be competitive and give real games and get a few wins against teams that are of my kind of level, and then steal a few wins from the top. This is something that I would class as more being competitive with a team that's on my level. Not an insult to my opponent at all. It's just the acknowledgement that we're both good battlers. And we're on the same level. I don't think that's particularly an insult. If it is, it insults me myself as well. So yeah, happy to get this win. Happy to get a 6-0. I'm not going to ramble at the end of the battle. I'm sorry that you had to sit through 225 turns in a video that's even longer than last week. But yeah, the bulbs are back.